What's good, everybody? It's your man Chris back in here for another episode of the Slide Through. Got Paul in the building this evening.
Yeah.
What it do?
Shit, nothing.
Man.
Yeah, trying to survive, nigga.
Man. There's a lot of shit going on. We had to call this meeting this evening. This shit got real quick. We kind of knew it was going to happen.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like the shit just, they keep pouring it on. It's like when shit happened with Trump. It's like the shit, they just keep on and 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 keep on.
Till they bury you deep enough.
And then it's like, damn, I don't even want to watch TV no fucking more. Because then you just keep hearing the shit.
Yeah.
But now it's like every time you turn around, you hear something new about Ye.
Now they decide to call him by his name, Ye. Now they call him Ye now.
Yeah, because legally you have to. When you start talking about you getting rid of a nigga. Shit.
Man.
But, I mean, at this point, it's done got so out of hand that people been tweeting and commenting and writing strongly worded letters and all this monkey ass shit that fuck do when they get up in their feelings. But, and we talked about it, that's what kind of prompted this podcast, cause now we talked about it. We was texting about it, and I can tell you've been there holding on to some shit for a while, and I be holding on to shit, and it's like, man, why? I don't even want to say why, but white folks is mad because he came out and said what he said. Black folks is mad at white folks because they mad at him for saying it.
But then they mad at him for saying something else.
And they mad at him for saying something else, but for the most part, most people can overlook that one thing because they know he crazy and just say kind of crazy stuff, and they look past that and get to the real. I told you this morning, I'm mad because I don't understand how we as black people can't do to the powers that be what white people is doing to Kanye whenever shit go down. That's why I'm mad. That's what prompted this morning. That's why I'm mad. How come? Because they done got this nigga kicked out of everything.
Oh yeah, look, man. First of all, I want to preface this. Everybody know I'm a huge Kanye fan.
Yeah,
this has been the most difficult time for me. But I mean, some of the things that you, like you said, well, why can't we? I mean, it's an obvious reason. And the sad thing is, like you said this morning, it's just proving. It's proving what he's saying. Mm-hmm. So basically, my nigga is just. He just land on the sword. The nigga he told you what it was. He knew what was gonna happen. Mm-hmm. Do I think he hurt right now? I don't know. If I go by his music, he's not. Mm-hmm. I read into music and words a lot. I'm a lover of words. I believe in words. So psychologically, I just believe in words. So he, in his music, he talk about, he will test one of my favorite songs off of Ye, the album Ye. Is the one with 070 Shake. Mm-hmm. And that nigga said he put his hand on the stove to see if he still bleeds. because I'm free. Like he did. It's like, I don't know, man. Like I tell people all the time, I don't know that nigga in and out, but I can understand some of the stuff because I listen to his music a lot, and I do believe, there are certain artists that you connect with, like Chris, you connect with Bone. You connect with certain artists that just it's like you feel they vibe, and I'm like that with him. But the reason why we can't do what they do is because we don't. It's the truth. What he said was the truth. Now, my problem is this, and I told you this morning. I said, he has to understand too, though. Like, there's a thing as trauma response. So, as much as we all want to think there's a piece of us that's strong and over shit and we are free, trauma, I think as human beings we hold on to trauma, so certain things trigger us. If you're not careful with explaining yourself, everybody always throws up we in America, it's freedom of speech. That is true. Can't deny that. You can't. It's true. You can say what you want to say, but don't act like it don't carry weight. So I done seen so many people say, well, he could just go back to, saying whatever about black people that don't affect them. That's not true. Like, the thing is, we're still, if we don't understand, our dollar is the most powerful thing in America. The black dollar,
for sure.
Because we move things, we move culture. We give y'all culture. We breathe that. That's what we
don't even move it. We create it.
So
we live it.
But the thing is, what he's fighting against is he knows that, right? So what he's saying is, well, why are we still lesser than? Why are we still broken? Now, where he messed up, he didn't mess up. He did mess up. When you put stuff in a group together, like I hate when females say all men are dogs, all men cheat, all men are unfaithful. How the fuck you don't know all men? When you say all black people this or all white people that, that's triggering. That's triggering.
Yeah.
And I get it. He triggered. Because Jewish people are hurt. Black people are hurt. I think all minorities who've been through things get triggered through certain words, certain symbols, and certain things. And it's not... Quit trying to act like you strong as fuck when you not. Like, at the end of the day, that happens. But he misspoke when he grouped them together. He said Jewish, and like he shouldn't have did that. I was listening to the interview he just did this morning. I don't know if you can listen to it. I think you need to.
I ain't heard none he did recently.
Oh, it's good. But he talked to the guy, and the guy was like, that hurts because in the music industry and entertainment industry, those are the people that's in there and over it. Those are the people that hurt you, but that's not all. So when you say all, it's a group thing. Same thing with same shit with racism. It's just like when you group something together and try to act like you know what all does. Like all is a monolith. Like we all move in the same pack. We all do this. We all do that. You don't know. So that hurt. And I get it. But what he's saying it's coming to fruition. That's why you get frustrated, because you sitting here looking at it and niggas is up here perplexed or talking shit.
Mad shit. And day in and day out, it's another one dropping and another one dropping. Like Anna Winter, Balenciaga, all these folk dropping. And then when I seen Adidas dropping, I said, ooh, that's big.
It is.
Cause they still own the designs, past, and what they had worked on for like they last future collections.
That's up quarter to, 4.
Quarter like
4,
Q4 or whatever.
Yeah, Q4, and that's it.
So
they finna drop.
And like Foot Locker done took all that stuff off the shelves and all that. And like Jaylen Brown and Aaron Donald and Distance, they sell from Donda Sports and all this shit. And this shit, I'm like, damn, how the fuck do y'all not see that exactly what he said is happening? Like all the shit that he said that happens to us, if we speak out against something that's happening to us, this is what happens. And it's literally happening. Then I got to thinking, this nigga smart. Cause he said he was about to get the fuck away from these niggas.
I don't know, but see, I don't be wanting to go that route. Cause people sit here and say I be caping. I'm not. It's just if you know who that man is and the level he think on, it could self-sabotage. Hell, my other nigga do the shit. Joe Budden do the shit. Joe Budden self-sabotage the greatest fucking show in hip hop. Just the damn start a fucking podcast. He got all the fan base to go to his podcast, leave complex. Like, it's a such thing as called sabotaging. Yeah, get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Just fuck all your shit up and go. But I don't want to believe, like, first of all, I believe this. See, this is my problem, because it's some shit like I tell people, I was like, look, the George Floyd thing, I was like, I ain't shit I can say about that, because
there wasn't no black folks rocking with that.
No, I can't rock with that. But
we don't even know for a fact that I ain't heard none of his people come out and say that they was really doing that. Like, I ain't been deep into the news. Like, I ain't heard nobody come out and make a statement like, we are suing for da-da-da-da-da. Like, I ain't seen the daughter's mom or some shit.
250 million.
But I just been seeing reports. I ain't seen them say. You know what I'm saying? That's
well, see, my problem is this. Cause I'm sorry, I don't give a damn. Nigga brilliant, but like I was telling my cousin, brilliant people do some fucked up shit.
We human.
Let's be honest.
We all human.
Steve Jobs, he said some crazy shit.
Mm-hmm.
Did some shit. Mm-hmm. Bill Gates, that nigga he took and he did a whole monopoly on these niggas just to wipe them out. There is something to be said. Mark Zuckerberg. It's like people who have brilliant thoughts. You know, the problem is they always color outside the lines. Mm-hmm. But not to everybody who looks at a picture where it's colored outside the lines can understand the shit. And they look at it and what do they see? They see fucking mess. Mm-hmm. Like, and that happens. And I heard Charlamagne say something. He said, well, I wish everybody quit calling him a free thinker, because he's not a free thinker, because what he does is he takes ideas from other people and just states them. He's restating an idea. And I come to think about that. Like, if your whole thing, being a free thinker don't mean you come up with fresh new ideas every day. That's kind of hard to do. In mankind, that doesn't happen. We let's be honest.
Right.
We are set in a path. There's other people that have done things that we have done, so we are going to do that. But I think when he says he's a free thinker, meaning I just take knowledge, right? Just like I tell people sometimes, if I can read the word, I'm a Christian, but I can also read Quran. I can also read the autobiography of Malcolm X, but that doesn't sway me from anything. But this world will tell you can only choose one. You can only one is the truth. The other is just a lie.
Right.
But the truth is, there's truth in a lot of different things. It doesn't mean I have to fully adopt everything that you say or everything that you do.
Yeah, that's like
free thinking. He says I'm like water. Get that? He said I got that from Bruce Lee. Like and I told you this morning, I'm like, but see, when you try to be like water in this world where everybody throws dirt at the other side just to feel superior over the other side, you're gonna be the one left muddied up because you're neither side is gonna actually accept you. That ain't even what you want, but they're the majority. It's like that. They're the majority. You're just trying your best. You just being the real. Like, that's human. That's like, to me, that's human condition, bro. Like, if you don't know that there's truth in everything, like there's truth somewhere in everything. You can find knowledge in a lot of different things. We're not monolithic. We just don't all think the same. We don't all move the same. They ain't how God created us. You know. So I mean, I got what he was saying, but you know, I hate to see him like this, bro. Like,
first of all, fuck Charlamagne.
Charlamagne my nigga too.
Nah, he has never been my nigga. I ain't never at any point, even when they was on, what was that shit he was on MTV back in the day?
Guy Code.
Yeah, or Guy Code.
Unpopular Opinion or something like
whatever
that.
the fuck he was on. I ain't like Charlamagne back then. And then he with the book and all. I ain't never liked Charlamagne. And then slightly, I guess after the second book or so, I was like, he might be alright. Nah, I was wrong. I almost let these motherfuckers let that nigga grow on me, but I was like, nah, you sneaky motherfucker, you ain't shit. Cause why the fuck you gonna come out and make these dumbass comments that ain't got shit to do with shit in the middle of this nigga going through shit?
Charlamagne wanna act like he not petty anymore. And you are. I don't watch you fight with Joe Budden.
Gatekeeping ass nigga.
I don't watch you fight with Kanye. I don't watch you fight with people you say.
I don't care if it's a buzzword. That nigga gatekeeping ass nigga.
Then you get petty. Cause he human. I mean, look.
I don't fuck with Charlamagne.
I just think just seeing this, man, it's sad. Cause people not taking into consideration this nigga built he became the highest selling shoe in a couple years. He got over Nike.
Yeah.
Oh, do you? Everything. That's one of his things now. He's like, I'm an engineer. But he's like, there's engineers of different things. There's mechanical engineers. There's also cultural engineers.
Yeah.
And the guy asked him, like, what you gonna if you running in 2024, if that's actually the thing you're gonna do, what would be your what you running on? What's your campaign? And he said, you know, just letting the world know, like, he believes that engineering is the key. engineering, coming up with ideas, and bringing them to life.
Yeah, I gotta say, yeah, and
the
building
inner workings and building things. Like,
I mean, pretty much it is, because I mean, you look at who and what runs the world. It's the people that build the machine, and now it's people that build the machines that build the machines.
Yeah.
And the people that program the machines. So and you building the program. So it's like, that's it. Foundation is coming up with that from scratch and figuring out those inner workings and how it works and building it.
True. Man, I hate this shit, Chris. I'm like, I hate this. I
mean, but look, like I said, I think he might have. I mean, he didn't do this solely to get out of Adidas. I don't think so. Mm-hmm. Maybe it's a happy accident. Maybe it was calculated. Maybe it was a calculated risk within it. But shit, I'm with it, because look, if you was really trying to get the fuck out, nigga, they just released you with no issues.
And you know what?
And on top of it, for them to say, "Oh, we own all your previous designs in Q4," hell, they could even own 2023. Fuck it. You don't own his brain.
And you know what? I always think of that from that scene from fucking Straight Outta Compton when Suge came to Dre and said,
I own you.
No.
You own my records, nigga. You don't own shit.
That's what I'm saying. But I get it. Even Russell Simmons, he would, because I remember he got upset with Ye over the George Floyd thing. Mm-hmm. But after Adidas dropped him today, he came on live and said, you know, he gave the history of him and his brother joining Adidas and turning Adidas into. They saved Adidas. Mm-hmm. Run DMC is known.
About back in the day? Oh yeah,
Run DMC saved Adidas.
Yeah.
So, but he said we saved them, but we left and never went back. We didn't go back to them. We didn't ask them for anything because we wanted to do it on our own. Mm-hmm. You know, and he said we did with Fat Classic. Mm-hmm. He said with Fat Classic, when we started making our sneakers, it was selling higher than Shell told us it was selling for $30. Mm-hmm. But we made our own. He said I love Kanye. He said, man, you know, I don't got his number. He said that nigga, he changed his number more than Kim changed her number. But he said, I called him I think he said a couple weeks ago, but he said now his number changed. So I can't get in touch with him. But I just want him to know, like, you're free. You are free to create something for us. He said you got the power to help us as a people grow. You always had the power, but you, of course, that's one thing I've always said. And he even admitted it was funny on the interview. He was like, he said, I guess Sway was right.
Oh,
Sway had the answers because it's the truth.
Yeah. I mean, he even said too, and I'm going to play the clip. I'm going to play the clip right here. See, he said straight up, like, it's going to happen. In a little bit, they going to say, he broke, he gone, he done, and that's it. No more yay. And then 3-5 years from now, I'll be back where I need to be without all the access because all the people that wasn't supposed to be here ain't here no more.
That's right.
And this wasn't even on the last interview. This was like maybe 2 Drink Champ interviews ago. Like he knew it. Like whenever you, and I guess for lack of a better term, control your own narrative.
We talked about that this morning.
You got it. Like you can see, and hell, even if you don't control your own narrative, sometimes like you can still see how the shit's gonna go, because really ain't nothing new under the sun. You kind of already know how the shit gonna go. Only thing done change is the technology.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, all this shit, we human beings, all this shit does is rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat.
Because
every year, every decade, every century, it all just keep fucking repeating.
And that scares people, though. Like, I'm gonna be honest, even just us going through COVID, right?
Yeah.
I used to get a kick out of hearing people say, and I still kind of do, because they still say it, like, you ain't gonna take away my rights. You ain't gonna make me do such and such. They trying to put a chip in me. And I'm just like, bro, y'all got chips in your hand. Mm-hmm. They know where you're at. 24/7. They got busted by themselves. Have y'all ever heard of Snowden? Like, they know you. Those pretty ass laptops you got sitting there with the camera on the front, they got access over it.
Yep.
Every time I'm talking, you're talking in your own house.
Yeah.
You open that phone up, voila. Damn, I just talked about these green shoes I like, and here they go in front of my face.
Yeah.
Niggas, there ain't shit. Oh, shit. It's the human condition. I think we're so set on finding purpose in life that we just think we gotta know everything. You don't know. You do not know. You don't control shit. You do not control shit. The people who control the narrative control shit. So who does most of that? The media. It is what it is.
And unfortunately, who owns most of the media? Them peoples. I mean, and that's 100%. The media, the record labels, the car dealerships, the oil companies.
All right, okay. For instance, he said in that interview, he was like, "Well, you know." He said one of his Jewish friends told him, he said, you know, let's go to the Holocaust Museum, so you'll understand, get a better grasp of it. He said, well, come to our Holocaust Museum. The Planned Parenthood stations, the abortion stations in our hoods. He was like, do you not know that it's not high blood pressure, black on black crime, heart disease, the things that they tell you to kill most black people? You die in your mama's stomach. That kills more black people than anybody every year.
Real shit.
And the Jewish dude is like, that's not the same. This is my thing.
I mean, it is, because it's a calculated science.
They don't believe it though. They believe, like, because I told somebody, and they was like, well, it's kind of a choice thing. No, it's not. Like, they purposely did something to do something. That's not a choice. That's you taking the bait. That's you. They put you in poverty. They make sure you stay in poverty. So when you do have a kid, you look at it like you can't succeed any fucking way. Kill it off. Or they give you this rhetoric of, they just use words. And now I'm like, like you said, they don't see it that way. They don't see it as a calculated thing. They just look at it like a person make a choice.
Right. And I broke this down to somebody. I think I seen it somewhere, and it made sense. And I kind of overlooked it at the time. I didn't really say nothing, but it came up in conversation, and I had to break this shit down to somebody. And they was like, "Oh, it's so cute how they did this bed and breakfast." You know what I'm saying? They took this old plantation, and they wiped it, and they cleaned it up, and they made it look real nice, and took it and made it like a bed and breakfast. You can go and you can sleep there. And I was like, oh, okay. I was like, that's cool. I was like, it looked nice. You know, I was looking through the pictures. The shit looked good.
Yeah.
I was like, that looked real nice. I said, but would you go to where they had the Holocaust and sleep in a renovated Holocaust shack where they killed all them people and they done made it look nice? They done killed all them people. Would you go sleep in one of them shits? Hell no. Well, why the fuck you want to go sleep in one of them shit where they done beat and raped and killed black folks at for centuries? Centuries. What make that better than going over there and doing that? And then they was looking at me like you said, like his friends were looking at him, and they were looking at me like I was fucking crazy when I said that shit. And I'm like, so the fact that you can't even answer that shit, let me know all I need to know about what you don't fucking know.
Chris, but people don't want to, and when they don't, I don't know how to say it, bro. Like, I just feel like, look, what we went through as a people, and what we continue to go through. Mm-hmm. I explained this to my cousin. I said, their embarrassment, and he was like, they're not embarrassed for what they did to us. I said, yes. It's called, because it's not, I don't know if it's embarrassment. It's just the guilt. Because Malcolm X actually wanted to say this, the guilt of what they did. Mm-hmm. It's in the background of the racism in America. Like, that's why they'll turn a blind eye, or they try to listen and be like, you want to know what proves that point? That's how Kanye got his motherfucking his deal with the Gap. Yeah. He made a song, I know,
rapping about stealing
shit
for working at the Gap, stealing clothes, but still got the job and the deal with the Gap, because in that same song he said, I bet you when some black people walk in, they'll show off their token blackie. They ain't want their name smeared out there like that, so they was like, shit, damn. And it's probably true. So let's turn the blind eye of that and kind of wipe that to the back, and we gonna work with him, man, because he's a brilliant mind and he gonna bring some money.
Yep. But see, this is the thing he gets though, and this is what he get it, but it's man, like I told you, we all got trauma. Yeah. And I think as black people, we if we understand we got trauma, we can understand our reaction to things sometimes. Like he knows it, but it still hurts him. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, you use them like they use you. Mm-hmm. If you know that they're going to use you, mm-hmm, you have to use them. That's what I felt like he wanted to do, and he did it. I mean, Kanye, you more powerful. You can do it by yourself. I can, but he always say, but, because I get the resources, mm-hmm, the materials I can get my hands on, mm-hmm, the distribution. Mm-hmm. You know, that mattered. It does, but you know, you gotta watch out though, because if you don't hold yourself accountable while you in that situation with someone that's trying to use you, then you get lost. Mm-hmm. I do.
That's how people end up in dead end jobs.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, you know, we are all, I feel like everybody's blessed with something. Mm-hmm. You know, I always talk all the time about trying to find purpose in life. I'm driven by that. I don't never want to leave this earth and not do something to help this place out.
What up, folks? It's your man Chris from the Slide Thru. Have you guys heard about Anchor yet? Look, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Look, check this out. It's free. And you know me, if it's free, it's for me. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or your computer. Simple. They distribute your podcast to all the platforms: Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and many more. And I know you're trying to make a couple dollars with this, so they definitely help you with the sponsorships. No minimum listenership required. Everything you need to make a podcast in one place. All you have to do is download the Anchor app on the Google Store or the Apple Store, or go to anchor.fm to get started. Slide through and check them out.
Because that is your purpose is your motivation.
Yes.
Like, nobody should be looking for motivation. Like, your purpose is your motivation. Once you find your purpose, you motivated. Like Deion Sanders said, I don't need nobody to motivate me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what he's speaking to. Like, I have a purpose in life, and it's to come out here and teach these young boys and lead. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's his motivation. Like, I don't need nobody to motivate me.
Yeah, I get
the man over there on the other sideline don't motivate me. The person opposite me on this court don't motivate me. The person opposite me in this industry don't motivate me. Me feeding my family or making sure that everybody else is straight is that motivation. So making sure you find something on this earth.
Yeah, man, that drives you. And I understand, like, people, we got to learn to understand what our traumas are, and you do have to be careful with your words. Like, I sat in front of a therapist, and she told me, she's like, man, you really love words. You believe in words a lot. I said, I do. I believe in what the words that come out of a man's mouth. I will trust you to an extent. I was having a conversation with somebody about expecting things back. Everybody always say, if I see a homeless person on the street, you gave him money? Yeah, I did. Why you give him money? You don't know what he did with that money. What if he went and bought liquor? I don't got no control over that. But I always tell him, look, I believe in God. So at the end of the day, if I go in front of God, what's on my resume? You gave a homeless man money. He needed it. Whatever I give to him is what I gave. That's what I got to answer for. I don't have to answer for
what he did after that.
He bought a 40 and some potato chips. Nigga, I don't care.
That's on his resume.
That's on his resume. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we could understand that concept more, like, bro, if I love you, but I don't get that love back, should I be angry? No, nigga. I did my part. If at the end of the day, I ain't got to answer for you doing wrong. You got to answer for yourself. Just like if I do wrong, Paul has to answer for it. You can say, well, you got to hold people accountable. I can hold you accountable when I get angry. See, that's the thing, because anger to me is a weakness, it's an insecurity,
and I'm only holding you accountable because if I feel like I'm tasked to hold you accountable, then that's gonna serve a higher purpose.
Yeah,
like, we are in this together type shit. So it's like, if you falling, I'ma fall too type shit. Like, you the other leg on the table type shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't you fucking up. The table about to fall over.
And that's a good analogy.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's a good analogy.
So it's like,
that's why you get, like, people get mad and be like, well, y'all don't hold Kanye accountable. We do.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna use it as an excuse.
No,
like,
that's what people think you doing when you not.
Yeah, I'm not using none of this shit as no excuse. Like, yeah, you've been through shit in your life, and I use it to kind of understand, like, where you coming from.
Thank you,
but it ain't no excuse. Like, nothing is an excuse. Well, I had issues with drugs when I was a kid, or I was raped when I was a kid, or I didn't have both my parents when I was a kid, or whatever the case may be. I grew up in a white home or a black home, or, like, all all that shit is fucking excuses. Like, you coming up with everything you can to do what you think you need to do to get by.
Yeah.
Like, if that's what you're doing, whatever. But I ain't using that shit as no excuse. I'm gonna be like, all right, I see what you're saying, and you got a good point. But fuck all that other shit. What you gonna do? What you gonna do to fix it?
That's all. No.
Like, what's the next move?
What's the next move?
What? How do we go from here? Because right now, like the song said, right now is all falling down.
Yeah.
So to the public eye, it's falling down.
It's falling down.
But like I said, this nigga, he might be looking at the chessboard like, all right. We might be looking at like, this nigga stuck. He ain't got nowhere to go. And he might be looking at the board like, shit, I got like 6 more moves and it's checkmate on they motherfucking ass. You know what I'm saying?
And that's the thing about like having a vision. I learned this in church. Like, everybody's not privy to the vision that God or your God gave you. Everybody's not privy to the fact of what Chris done made Iron Mountain Productions. What do he make that for? How far? He ain't gonna do he even? We question. You can question another man's vision, but you'll never know what it is. He's not obligated to share that shit with you. That's what him and God got. You know, that's their relationship. Or him and his God, whatever. You know, that's their thing. Like, having a vision, you know, he always touted himself as a visionary. He is. He always a little bit in front of the curve. But the thing about that's a lonely road. Like, first of all, you are moving before everybody else moves. And you just hoping someone will be there to be behind you. That's what you hoping for. That's what you hope for.
Yeah.
It ain't promised. You know, Chris, you could have started your company, and your parents, your family, me, Ron, everybody just be like, "What the hell this nigga doing? This nigga ain't gonna." And one thing in the black community,
that's how it go.
We do that sometimes. We just like, "What the hell this nigga think he doing?" He ain't doing what he gonna. He not gonna do nothing, y'all. He gonna be right here where we at.
Yeah,
he ain't gonna. And we get stuck like that. Like, it's sad, but we do our people like that. And you know,
and it's crazy because, and as crazy as he sounds sometimes, like, he say a lot of profound stuff too. When Steve Harvey was like, shit, all these folks to be talking about you like that, you get away from them.
Yeah.
All the folks, your aunts, uncles, moms, cousins, whoever that don't understand your vision, distance yourself from all of that shit, because it ain't gonna do nothing but hold you back.
And that's true.
Because all his family told him he wasn't gonna make no money telling jokes. I mean, look at this nigga now. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and when you watch the documentary, that's what he went through. You know, like, and I tell people, I was like, man, look, man, I can tell you this. There's been times where I remember we was over my cousin's house and we was doing a podcast and shit. Yeah, Ye had just came out, and my ass, I had just been battling with anxiety and thoughts of death and running back and forth to the emergency room. And Ye came out, and in that he talked about mental health a lot, because that's when he just got out. And he was talking about how his mental health was hurting his marriage, how he don't understand it, but instead of calling my bipolarness, and there's people got mad at this, by calling my bipolarness a disorder, or it's doing a disservice, he said, no, I'm just different. and that's my superpower. I was like, y'all, that's kind of dope. It's like, nah, that nigga he ain't got, see, that mean he don't want to do his medicine. I said, no, like,
right.
Why?
And that's another part where people trying to say it was an excuse.
Yes.
Like,
why do I have to admit the negative? Do you know the power in positive thinking and flipping something negative into a positive to overcome it? Because it, man, that night, everybody's like, man, I don't understand this music, man. This shit ain't shit. This shit ain't shit. I got emotional as fuck, nigga. It might have been because I was on some liquor too, but I cried, bro. His tears come out. I was like, y'all don't understand, man. Man, look. The things he said sometimes, I got mad another time when he was on MTV. And he was like, this is when he was running 2020, supposedly. And that nigga was like, they asked him what he was running for. He said, well, you know, my mom was a teacher. Teachers are underpaid. Teachers deserve to be paid more than doctors. Teachers are the reason why why we have doctors and lawyers and everything else, but why are they still the underpaid servants? These niggas like, that nigga crazy. Why the hell he saying that? I'm like, what? I said, what the fuck? I said, first of all, my mom was a teacher. They only get paid, what, once a month? Like, and then in the summertime,
they don't get paid.
Shit.
So you got to have your finances in order.
Yes. That.
Especially if you a single parent or single person household or whatever. You got to have your shit straight.
So after he say that, everybody laugh him off, call him crazy.
Yep.
Here go teachers marching in Washington for higher wages. Nigga, I was like, y'all don't get it.
Yep.
Y'all don't, and I admit, the thing that hurt him is his delivery. His delivery is what shakes shit up. Because he does not always think. Get through when he say it, Chris, and you know he don't.
And I be thinking about that, and that's the tough thing about being us, because we can give them poor righteous teacher, we can give them Barack Obama, we can give them Chuck D, Tupac, Ice, we can give them all that shit and everything in between, and you still fucking wrong for saying it the way you said it.
It just is.
It don't even fucking matter.
It's trauma response.
And that's why when I said what I said this minute, it don't matter if you in a Benz, you still a nigga in a coupe.
No, don't make me. I rapped that I rapped that in church. I did. I rapped that whole part in church. I did that whole verse. Look, man.
I mean, cause this shit is real.
He's giving you so much, and I get it. But black people go, well, so what? I've been over him since yada 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 yada. Okay, that's fine. That's okay. But have that same energy for other things in your life. You know, we stand on these hills, these self-righteous hills so much when we are all flawed individuals. We all flawed. You know, and I always tell people, like, Kanye my spirit animal. Because one thing that he does that I wish I had the boldness to stand out and say how I feel more often. You know, that people be faking the shit because you don't say what you feel all the time. I used to tell people I felt like Kanye was the biggest social experiment that God ever created. This nigga is out here living wrong and right and will speak about it in front of your face and just say it. I remember when that nigga got, he was like, I'm Christian now. I said, oh shit. Look, I'm from this realm. I was like, I don't think you ready to do this, but he did it. And I explained to people, I said, well, you know what? That's the Christian experience. The people who walk through that door, or people who accept any religion, You accepting it because you are missing something in your life. That means you are imperfect. You're imperfect. Nothing. You don't have to be perfect to love God and God love you.
True.
Man, but you see this nigga, he gonna go and he gonna do this and he gonna do that.
But I was about to say, but the people that's involved in it gonna see that in a different way, because that's how most Christianity go. Christians go, boy. Look,
and I'm giving you this. I'm a Christian. I love God. God, my homie. That's my ace. I tell people this all the time. You're correct. That's why your view of what Christianity is because it's trauma. You've seen it.
I mean, hell.
You've seen what happens because, and one thing
I've seen them. That's just how it goes. I will accept you outwardly and condemn you internally.
Yep. That's the thing, man. And I try to explain. I say, y'all, he is what you want people to see. Because if we keep giving them this facade that we are all perfect, that we all do everything right, just because you done said God is your savior, this is why we at where we at. This is why that man made Ultralight Beams, one of the most beautiful songs. When my daddy died, I'll tell this story. My daddy died, I was sitting in a damn wheelchair across the hall, his last breath. I went in there, talked to him, and he died. And right when he died, that song was playing in my ear. Do you not know Christians got mad at Kirk Franklin for doing what Christians is called to do? We are called to go out and help Christ. Christ helped. Christ sat with the thugs. He sat with the prostitutes. He sat with the hoes, the whoremongers, the diseased. He sat with them, ate with them, talked to them. Y'all got mad because he got help. I was like, this is what I'm talking about. Because
but still watch Joel Osteen every Sunday.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Look, see, you get me started on this.
Look, man, this is my thing, man, and God is that's my heart, bro. Like, I watched my dad worship God the right way my whole life. So I remember I told my daddy, if Kanye a visionary, I am too. I told my dad, I said, Kanye, after I listened to Jesus Walks, Chris, I went to my dad, I said, yeah,
this the one.
He gonna I said, Daddy, he gonna go to church. They said, that man ain't going to church. I said, hey, watch. I said, you listen to me, I'm telling you.
Oh, man.
And I had a preacher come up to me and say, Pa, you was the only one that always believed in Kanye. I said, you damn right. I said, at the end of the day, we all are imperfect. Did he say some things about George Floyd it's a thing in the black household. The things we do in our house, we keep in our house. Even if that was a thing
Yeah.
That's the BLM movement. We correct that in house. That means we don't give that no precedent. We stopped. Mm-hmm. You don't see nobody wearing Black Lives Matter no more. Mm-hmm. We stopped. And it ain't just black people, white people. Any organization can be corrupt,
and that's bad because the message is effective.
Effective.
Like the message speaks volumes.
It's effective enough to get them fools a mansion, and I'm staying in an apartment in the middle of Lincoln.
Well, no, I mean like just the saying itself.
Yeah.
Like Black Lives Matter. Yes, Black Lives Matter like a motherfucker.
I like a motherfucker.
100%. Do you believe? Like if somebody asks me right now, do you support Black Lives Matter? I support the message, not the movement.
Yeah.
Like, I ain't getting next to them motherfuckers because I understand the hierarchy of that business.
Yeah.
Because that's what that is, a business. But the message. Do Black Lives Matter? Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm black, my daddy black, my mama black, sister black. You know what I'm saying? Like, my whole family black. Our lives matter.
It do. And our lives matter.
in a matter of life.
This is another thing.
Not to say nobody else's. I ain't mean cut you off.
Yeah.
But not to say like
that's what I was about to get to.
Nobody else's life matters.
As
I just know.
That's why I was getting to that, because at the end of the day, as Christians, we supposed to know that everybody is love everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, right. But at the same time, I say that because I know how it was growing up.
Yeah.
Like, I know what it was like to be black. Like,
you know what I thought? What if I thought about it when all this came up. I was like, well, what if it was just a fucked up, like it was a half thought out slogan? Because basically what we're trying to say is make sure that you understand, others understand, Black Lives Matter too. We matter too. That's saying, we know you matter, but just know we matter too. Instead of leaving the two off there, we just put Black Lives Matter, and that's what happened. And I get it. I get it. And
I mean, maybe they didn't want to sound like Me Too.
Well, I don't even want to get on that part.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you put the two on the end, maybe it sounds like too much Me Too-ish.
Yeah.
But you make a good point.
It's just that's what the movement was trying to say. It's just bringing the enlightenment that, yeah, we know everybody matters, but y'all not showing us that we matter.
Hell yeah, that's,
you know.
And like I said, and life has taught me that this ain't no, you ain't got to understand it type shit. If you really give a fuck about me and the people that's with me, then you just okay and go the fuck on, or come over here and let's talk about it.
Yeah, and I get it. And Kai said in one of my poems, I said, you know, they always ask us, do you love America? And in my poem I say, yes, I love America, but why don't America love me? Why don't America love me? Why they don't love me? Meaning, why they don't love our skin complexion? What is it?
The guilt
that turns you not to love me, but you expecting me to love you. Why don't you love me though?
All that guilt that you was talking about earlier.
I mean, that's true. And I look, bro.
That's all that shit. All that shit is stuck.
I know, but you know,
in the back of their mind, and it's like, shit, we fucked up. But ain't nothing we can do about it now, so just keep treating it like shit.
When the kid do some shit, or when your husband do some shit, he done fucked up. So now for the next month, 2 months, year, this nigga going extra hard doing extra ass shit. But it ain't gone when you still cheated on me. You still took my soul from me. You broke me. Like, that's what I try to tell. Like, I try to think about it. It's like, yo, America, you broke me. You broke us. So, yeah, the way you are dismissive of it, of like we'll always not remember, is kind of hard. And sometimes, you know, I tell people, don't compare your pain to somebody else's pain, because pain is pain. You know, loss is loss. Suffering is suffering. I never say I suffer more than the Indians. I never say I suffer more than the Jewish. I just feel like instead of us comparing, let's have empathy for each other's loss and treat each other's loss as a loss. Like,
to me,
like you,
it ain't no comparison, because they all one and the same.
True. That's what I'm saying. Like, if we all the treat them all the same, let us all understand each other. Like, at the end of the day, when Kanye said what he says, he's not. It's divisive because he put it all as a group. It is. But listen to what he's saying too. And I don't think he's comparing it. He's just asking, what do you think you guys take what we went through serious also? You shouldn't compare it. You really should, man. Because like you said, we're all the same. We're all the minority here. It is what it is. We are.
Yeah, well, I mean,
some people are in higher places. They are. But I wouldn't say all of them are bad. There are a lot of them that have done some things. But there probably are some that haven't. I don't know. I'm not in the entertainment industry. I don't know. So I just go on the stories of all my fallen Chuck Berry, Lil Richard, all the rappers in the 80s and 90s.
Right.
I just go on that, or Sidney Poitier, Porgy and Bess. I can only go on what they say because I didn't, and that's the thing about art. That's why art is so powerful, because it does imitate life, and life does imitate art. So they're one and the same. So that's how we can learn. We learn things through art. So once you do something shady, that's why we sit here watching Unsung and Behind the Music, and like, all these niggas was on drugs and got raped by their damn record label. Like, they didn't have no, they didn't.
Except Akon, who just lied.
It is weird, but it happened. That's all we have to go on. But do I say this, like, this been the hardest shit, Chris. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. Last with this morning, when I woke up, you woke me up to that shit. I was like, fuck. This is what I've been thinking. Fuck this. Da-da-da-da. I'm like, nigga, I had to, man. Like, Kanye, man, I know you ain't listening to us, but if you do, bro, shit. I done put on your Twitter before. I'm praying for you. I think what you experiencing in life is a beautiful thing, even though it's a mess and it hurts, but it's the growth of a human being. You watching it. You watching the failures. You watching. You know, he ain't out here holding stuff in just so you will look at him like he's America's sweetheart. He's just like, shit, this my mind, nigga. George Bush hate black people. Why a white man standing beside you
looking crazy as hell.
Froze his ass.
Looking crazy as hell.
Then the same nigga come back and say, I fucks with Donald Trump. Like, it's
and then Trump come around and say this motherfucker crazy.
It's like,
got everybody fucked up.
Look at this man, I'm telling you, bro. Kanye, you know, I pray for you. Shit. Black people, I know we hurt. He hurt us. But he's still one of ours. I know we always make the joke, let's trade this person for that person, but I wouldn't trade none of our people for nobody, because our people move the world, bro. You know, they may do wrong. Everybody do wrong. The difference between you doing wrong and them doing wrong is there's a camera following them all the time. So just because we can see them do it don't mean we judge them more harshly. But yeah, keep your head up, bro. Shit, you still my nigga. I ain't even gonna. Just like when my brother fell, I'ma pick him up. I ain't rich enough to pick your ass up. Even if they telling you done went down, you down to 250 million now. And
shit, I mean,
it's okay. I can't reach and pick you up, but if you hear my words, shit, nigga, you meant a lot to my life, nigga. Outside of my daddy, you the biggest inspiration to me, period. That's all. Shit.
And sometimes shit, it ain't even about money, man. Like you ain't,
and he said it wasn't.
Like you ain't even gotta have that. Like you said, you ain't got the kind of money to pick him up. You ain't even gotta have that kind of money to pick somebody up. Cause shit, the stuff that he done been through and done seen and done heard and done lived. Them words that you just said, or just somebody just reaching out and saying, "Hey, you alright? You cool?" Or reaching out to reaching your hand down to pick him up off the ground, you know, dust the motherfucking dirt off his back or something. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Shit, that mean the world to a nigga, especially somebody that's struggling and done been through some shit and that's really out here fighting for what they believe is right and real. Yeah. So when his back against the wall like that, shit, all he need is really somebody to just be like, "Damn, man, we got you." You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You alright. You know what I'm saying? It's a fucked up situation, but you alright. You know what I'm saying? Ain't been no Drink Champs episodes lately, has it? Ain't nothing dropped since.
Really. He tried. They coming back.
No, I'm saying since that last episode, ain't nothing come out, have it?
Nah. I mean, look. It's crazy.
This shit fucked up.
It's crazy. I heard somebody hit Carlos Miller I ran on Twitter. They said, "You need to get Ye on it." He said, "You trying to end my damn career?" I said, "Damn." And
I mean, it's crazy because LeBron dropped his shit off of there.
You know what's crazy? Same shit. When that nigga was sitting here praising Donald Trump. And this is what Trump did. They dropped his ass off everything. Look, man. I don't know. I'm praying for the brother, though, man. I ain't making no excuses for him. I just want people to know when you speak with a purpose. Be you. Mm-hmm. Be you. Kanye, that's one of his things. You be you. Yea in the Bible means you. And be yourself at all times. Never be afraid to be yourself. And use your voice. At the end of the day, because if you don't think about the words you say and what the effect they have on other people, or just have empathy for other people and their trauma. This happens. And he has spoke out on different groups, black people, Jews, and some of the things he say is rooted in truth, and some of them are just, it's rooted in truth, but it's delivered with no empathy at all. None.
And a lot of the truth, and see, I can't even get into this because I'll be here for another 3 hours. But a lot of the truth, they have, and I ain't even saying theirs in the ones that he was speaking on, but the ones above them. A lot of them have the truth too, but it's some other powers that be to have the truth, like the unfiltered truth about the beginnings, the middles, and the now. And they don't want that shit to come out, cause it's gonna be a whole. You think motherfuckers is mad now at the shit that he said? If the real truth was to ever come out about what's really going on right now, motherfuckers is gonna be pissed the fuck off.
But you're only gonna be pissed off because that's why I take everything like I said. Nigga, you don't control, because you know.
I'm gonna be like,
first of all, if you already know this shit's fucked up, what the fuck you mad for? I ain't mad. All I'm trying to do is live and make it, find happiness in this world of confusion, calamity, and every damn thing else in this motherfucker this world got to give. I just need to find happiness and peace. That's my whole goal. I ain't if I'm sitting up here worried about, look, I ain't worried about the shit because I already told you. I already know. Everybody's driven by something. You want to be a fluent thinker, you can be a fluent thinker, but I'm just right here to tell you, when you're a fluent thinker, you are a minority and you will be treated like one. You are an outcast, my nigga. So at the end of the day, it is what it is. I ain't getting on this thing because they don't do them and lead me back to Christianity and how I feel. And I just, Then I go back into how I feel about these motherfuckers keeping the information, and they know shit that I go into a fucking 2-hour rant about the bullshit that I know. Man, look.
Because I started, you crack that motherfucking egg open, and boy, shit, it's more than one yolk in that motherfucker, I tell you that.
I'm going to tell y'all how to survive. Be okay with not knowing.
No, I can't.
Know that you don't know everything, and then you can learn everything. That's my thing. I try to keep myself humble enough to know. Probably you don't know. Now, I ain't gonna lie.
I know I don't know everything.
But see, that's what I'm saying. That's why you so hungry for knowledge. So when you hear stuff, you research, you do.
Oh yeah,
you're able.
Okay, I got.
You're
what you're
able
saying.
to grow.
Yeah.
If you don't allow yourself to know that you don't know, you sound like a jackass. You're just walking around this world telling everybody, "No, you wrong. No, you wrong. No, you wrong. No, you wrong. No, you wrong."
You it's Samuel L. Jackson from fucking when he did that skill in the Boondocks. I think he did on Pulp Fiction too, but the unknown and the unknown unknowns.
No, I'm telling you. I posted on Facebook. I said, bro,
there's known knowns, known unknowns, and unknown unknowns.
Nigga.
That nigga went on a whole rant.
There's so much shit we don't know. And it's okay.
Shit.
Get out of your flesh and your damn high horse and say, I don't know. And it's okay. I don't know. That's how you make it through life, man. Shit. Yeah, keep your head up. Black folk, get your foot off his neck for a little bit. Because he's still your brother. He is still your brother. No, he dated white women. Nigga, about 12 niggas in your family that done dated white women.
That nigga was trapped.
He was trapped in the closet. He sitting here talking about Balenciaga and stuff. Nigga Migos wear Gucci and all that shit the whole time, and y'all like it. And you gonna go to the flea market, go buy you a fake Gucci bag and act like it's real.
Or go to the real Gucci store and try to steal some shit.
Man. He looking like Jello ball shit.
He looking monkey ass shit.
So
leave that shit fucking alone. Go buy some black on shit.
Yo, brother, man. Black fellas.
When he come back out with his own fucking brand and his own style, shit, go buy that shit.
I ain't gonna lie. And Jewish people, we love y'all just like y'all love us. Hopefully. We ain't saying all y'all bad, just like y'all shouldn't say all of us are bad.
Yeah, I ain't got no problem with nobody. You got a problem with me, then fuck you.
Yeah.
That's it.
If you don't like me, I don't like you. We good. I don't gotta talk to you. Somebody said, man, what you do? They don't like, I don't care. I said, let me explain something to you. Since I do follow Christianity, there's one perfect man that's supposed to walk this earth, right? He walked the earth. Healed the blind, sat with the homeless, sat with the downtrodden, sat with the whoremongers, the thieves, the crooks. You killed them. You beat them. You treated the other two criminals that was up on the cross better than you treated him. You mocked him. You killed him in front of his mama. And then he died, rose, go to heaven, and you still treated them wrong. So, bro, at the end of the day, ain't nobody above reproach. Ain't nobody above. If he wasn't above being castricized, your day gonna come someday. Let's just hope we all have grace on you. You know, I don't want y'all to have grace on me, because I know I fucks up shit. It is what it is. It's gonna happen.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I hope you do.
But shit, yeah, man. Stay up, yay. You know what I'm saying? Whenever you're ready to come back out, drop some new shit. I don't care if it's music, another fucking stem player, or whatever the fuck.
If you make them houses that supposed to look like Star Wars, I might move into them bitches.
This nigga gonna make a fucking ecosystem and shit.
Oh, I seen them try to turn that around too. I hate the media, man.
Yeah,
he's trying to start his own world, his own neighborhood.
Yeah,
and nigga, he said he was gonna make affordable housing. He want to make it luxury.
And they gonna do him just like they did.
Y'all try to treat him like he doing a cult. I say, y'all so fucking retarded, bro.
They gonna do him like they did Dr. York. They gonna do him just like they did Malachi Z. York.
Don't do it.
He be out there in the motherfucking Supermax of Colorado. See, man, look, you about to have me on another scene. Let me get the fuck out of here, man. Hey, I appreciate y'all coming through, man, listening to us. Check us out every Monday. Try to get it on Monday. I fucked up this week, but this one is actually gonna drop this week. So y'all listen to this the day that it drops. But every Monday, 4 o'clock. And whenever you're ready, let me know so you can slide through.
Yo,
peace.